Hey everybody, welcome to the POS Podcast. Today is going to be a shorter show. You see, we don't have that many people with us. Jax,
Yeah.
hello.
Hi, I got my Omni-Man mustache because I
Yeah.
had to film something for a friend today. So it's cool. Mustache.
And Jordan Fringe
Mm.
is also joining us again.
I'm glad to
Mm.
be here. I don't have the greatest mustache, but I'm still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I'm gonna
joining
shave this shit
you're
tomorrow.
joining us on another Pokemon number, 151. It's the Mew number.
Perfect.
Yes.
Works out
Mew.
perfectly.
Yes. Good old Mew.
Can't
Yeah.
forget him.
We're having another episode this week to make up for the episode or the week we missed earlier this month.
Yeah,
And
you made me like have a brain fart like last night. I was like, didn't we do that shit last week? Am
Yeah,
I
yeah.
losing time again? Like, what's wrong with me? Okay,
Yeah, so we're on our usual Monday now.
you fucked me up because like my sleep schedule's been fucked up. So
Uh,
like I've been waking up at like sometimes 1 or like 12, and so I don't know what day it is. And so like when you said that, I was like, did I miss a week? What the fuck happened? I was
Slept through a
what
week.
happened? Yeah, what happened? Okay.
Hibernation.
Hibernation. Hmm.
All right. What have you guys been up to the past week?
Man, you should have told me. I would have done something to brag about, but I didn't do anything besides video. Yeah, yes, I went freaking mountain climbing not mountain climbing, rock climbing 2 weeks ago. So I did that for the show to say I did something, and now I can't say I did anything because it happened too fast. You caught me off guard. All right, so yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I did not go rock climbing this week or any previous weeks, but vicariously I'm living through it. So
Yes. Yay. It is the J boys.
Boys.
Sonic Car. Yeah.
We're all J boys.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
J boy.
But yeah, my aunt had a birthday party yesterday. Her birthday's actually today, but we had a birthday party yesterday, and we had some tacos and ice cream cake.
Oh, together? Oh, that sounds like some Michelangelo shit. All right. Yeah. Tacos.
Yeah, it was good ice cream cake though. Yeah,
What flavor?
it was vanilla.
Vanilla. All right, yeah. Vanilla is such a. I know Hero's not here to say this, but yeah, vanilla is such a good flavor. Underrated. It gets the job done. It's a good base.
you
Yeah,
can't
It's a
go wrong
good
with
thing.
it.
Yeah. It's also the best hentai. All right. So, anyways, let's get on to the.
All right. So we will have a shorter show today. So we'll be able to do some more Q&A this time around and get to Twitter questions. So if you want to
Yay.
ask questions, you can send super chats or ask us on Twitter. So the first thing for topics, let's see here. Something Jax actually went to go see.
Yes.
Candyman. And I actually watched the original. So
The original, yeah. Yeah, are you gonna watch the sequels before you see the movie? Yeah.
I don't know. I might just watch the remake.
Okay, yeah. No, it's a soft reboot. It's one of those movies where it's literally a soft reboot sequel that they've been doing so often, where it's just like, oh, let's take concepts of the first movie. Because like, there's this woman who's in the first movie who appears in this movie. Beautiful woman. I had no idea like it was the same character. I had to like look at her for a second. Like, you're the same woman from this movie, and she has not aged a day. I guess black really don't crack, but like it was that got me. But for the movie, for the most part, I would say I really like some of the kills. They introduced this new origin to Candyman and stuff like that, where like they explain it in the trailer, like it's like a hive, so like various versions there's going to be like different versions because like of different atrocities committed to African Americans, stuff like that. And then there were parts where I was like, okay, this is like really eerie, this is really creepy. One thing I really didn't like a lot though was if you're going to the movie for Tony Todd, the main OG Candyman from the original, don't get your hopes. Like he's barely like it's very faint. Like don't get your hopes of like, oh my god, I'm gonna see him all the way through. So like that was a bit mid to me. The concept of what goes behind it, I thought was pretty decent. I was invested for most of it, but I will say like most of the characters are characters I was like, okay, yeah, kill this motherfucker. Kill this motherfucker. There wasn't anyone else like, I really hope you don't die. I was like, nah, all y'all got to go. So that was something that that I guess like for me it doesn't bother me when the characters it goes both ways because it's just like I get to see more killing that I'm gonna enjoy because it's like cathartic to see like, oh yeah, get rid of these pieces of shit, but it's also a sense of just like, man, I kind of want to care about them, so this would hurt more, but oh well, it doesn't. So yeah, that's how I would go about it. The ending is insane. That's all I'll say without spoiling it. And sometimes the CGI is a bit wonky at times. I'll be real. Like some of the times CGI is a bit wonky. But for the most part, I had fun watching it. It was a decent film. Wouldn't say it was great. I still think the original is better. Tom, are you okay, my friend? Tom, you good, bro?
Where's my camp? There it is.
Tom, we're talking about the man of candy. Oh, now we're the triple J's and the T. Triple JT. Here we go.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, I agree.
We're talking about Candyman. Why am I saying it I can't say it in the fucking mirror. I'm black. We don't do that shit. Okay, so anyways.
Well, you're not saying it in the mirror, you're saying it to your camera.
I'm looking at my camera. And then in Halloween 3, what happened to Halloween? Whatever. Okay. Yeah, it was I would say for the most part decent horror flick since I have enjoyed that aspect. Most of the characters were pretty like mid. I was just kind of They did a good job at giving away topics like the original did. But one thing I will say, even though I do appreciate what they're going for, a lot of movies are doing this thing where they're like being like overly a bit preachy about some things. Like there are better ways to do it. Like I'm not, because I don't want a bunch of people to say, look at me and go, no, don't listen to this Uncle Ruckus motherfucker. No, that is not the case at all. I love the topics they're bringing up because they are very valid and very well done. But there are certain points where it's just like, I feel like I could watch a documentary because like the way you're just going like this and this and this is just like, okay, I get it. Like you're coming off in a way. There's ways to do it. Like the original Candyman did it a great. Fuck, I said it again. So anyways, Beetlejuice, fight each other. There you go. All right. So anyways, yeah, Bloody Mary. Yeah, you'll all have an orgy. There you go. There we go. We're good. All right. So anyways, good movie. I enjoyed it. There are aspects that could have been better, but I'm not going to give away because of spoilers. And yeah, if you want a good horror flick to go see with someone, go check it out. Boom.
Okay.
I agree. I don't know what we're talking about, but I agree.
Candyman.
Man. Yeah.
Candyman?
Yeah.
Candyman?
Yeah. Beetlejuice. There we go. Where we go. Boom. They're going to fight each other. Man, Candyman, Beetlejuice. Fuck, I said it again. Don't say it. Okay. Man, I wish my mustache would cover my upper lip because then it would be fully Omni-Man. Oh, man, that would have been cool. Let me get my comb. All right, next topic.
Next topic. I'll talk about this briefly since Saber's not here to talk about it because he watched the whole thing. I only watched a couple episodes. Was I Heart Arlo, which is the show based off the movie that came out earlier this year of Arlo the alligator. And I said this when I talked about it on a podcast before, is that I felt that these characters would lend themselves better to a series, and it definitely seems like it from the couple episodes that I've seen so far. Because in the movie I was like, I don't feel that much attachment to these characters, but with this it's like, oh yeah, it feels like these characters work more in a show setting to where they're just like, it's like a 15-minute show, and there's like antics with them. So but Saber said he watched the whole thing and he thought it was like really good, so I'll keep watching it and see where it goes.
Saber likes the Lord of the Rings, so take what he says with a grain of salt, am I right?
People are gonna come for you for saying that.
I know. Yeah, his sword just started to glow in his freaking office.
Yeah,
the sword I gave him just starts glowing.
But yeah, those were like really the only review things. There were some other things that I would have done, but I didn't catch up with it. Like I was going to watch through Tuca and Birdie, the season 2 of that, but I haven't seen that yet.
You mean season 3? Or season 2? Yeah, season 2.
Yeah.
It's announced season 3.
All right.
Was the goth chick in that freaking Arlo show?
What?
Was there a goth chick in the Arlo show? Or am I thinking of something else?
I think you're thinking of something else.
Oh, okay. Is Sydney goth? This is random. This is off topic. Is Sydney a goth? Now that I think
Sydney?
about it, is she a goth?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
But she has like the piercings and the
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hair
but that can be something other than goth.
Yeah,
but she
Yeah.
also gets like
Like
skull,
that.
and she's like sad and scary. Don't tell her I said that; she'll get mad at me.
Adding her on Twitter right now.
No, you are. Don't say it.
All right, now let's go to some trailers and stuff. So Maya and the Three. This is a series
Maya
that's going to
and
be
the
on
Three?
Netflix. This is from Jorge Gutierrez, who did Book of Life.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cool.
you can definitely tell from like the style of this trailer. I thought this was going to be a movie and not a series. Because the animation actually looks like really good. It looked like it was going to be like movie quality animation, but it's going to be a series. So that's very interesting.
Do you know how many episodes it's gonna be?
I have no
Do
idea.
they
No idea how
decide
many
that?
episodes. It's supposed to come out in the fall. We don't have like a concrete release date yet.
I wonder if they have like less episodes, they can up the quality per episode.
Yeah,
Mm.
that might be something like that.
It says TV miniseries, so let me see.
Yeah,
Right,
it's a
right.
mini series. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mhm.
Episode guide. It looks like 9 listed for it.
Okay.
That's
Pretty
still
decent.
pretty good.
That's like almost a full regular season nowadays.
Yeah.
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 But yeah,
Is Nesca a goth? I'm sorry. I just saw.
Nesca. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, all right. So, is it a good show? This thing? I'm sorry.
No, but well, we
goth
only have a
is my-
trailer for it right now. It's from
Okay.
Jorge Gutierrez, who did Book of Life, and El Tigre.
Oh, don't you mean Mucha Lucha?
No, shut up.
You knew
Jordan,
it was
Jordan, did you
coming,
ever
but
hear
it's
about
still
this?
dumb.
Jordan, did you-
What's
I'm
going on with this?
Okay, I'm sorry, Paleo. I have to. For people doing this is just a funny time. All right, so me and Paleo, I forget what we were just like going over a list for like our show, like we
For
were,
like
fucking
Nickelodeon shows. Yeah.
Nickelodeon shows, and we were talking about like, oh well, there's like this show, and then like El Tigre popped up, and then Paleo's like, I never watched El Tigre, but I remember the freaking intro, Mucha Lucha, and I was just like, those are two completely different shows. It's like, and we
Oh,
just
man.
laughed for like hours and shit like that. It's just like,
That's funny. I will say though, I like Mucha Lucha a lot more.
Okay, yeah. Mucha Lucha was fun.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch that without nostalgia goggle. That was a fun show.
Yeah. I think
The Flea?
Pan did a video on it. It's very interesting.
Okay.
Because like the interesting thing about Mucha Lucha is that it was done in Flash and everything, but when they like remastered them, like the files were already like widescreen, so they could have they remastered them in widescreen rather than the 4:3. So
That's cool.
I thought that was very interesting.
Ah.
All right. Next. So this is interesting. Yabba Dabba Dinosaurs, which is like a Flintstones show, is coming out on Netflix. Not Netflix. HBO Max. It's coming out on HBO Max on September 30th. The thing is that this show was already out overseas, or not overseas, but in different countries. I think it was like already out in Canada. I think, but in like some other countries too. And I watched the trailer. And I was like, Pebbles and Bam Bam remind me of like the characters in Kablam. Like the way
they look like them.
it
I'm
looks
watching
like
it right now.
It looks like
Yeah.
Kablam.
It does look like a blam. Oh my
think-
god.
That's why I think that's why I had a problem watching it. I was looking at this, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it is about the Flintstones. Like this just didn't feel like it. And then I'm like, it's Kablam. Like these are Kablam characters just repainted, different colors.
Yeah. Damn, they're really trying to get the 90s kids back.
I think I heard there something like the creator, one of the showrunners, saying like the reason the animation kind of looks a little janky is to kind of mimic the old look of the original show.
Okay.
I like, and I was kind of like, is that accurate? Or is
Yeah,
that
that doesn't look
cute?
like Hanna-Barbera. Like
I was like,
yeah.
is that like? I was like, are you trying to just? I don't know. Just feel it just didn't look little jank to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But I haven't watched it, so I can't say if it's good. It could be the best writing ever. I don't know. I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I had never heard like anybody talk about it because it was like out elsewhere, but nobody was talking about it.
Okay.
The art style, I'm looking at it now, is very
Off-putting.
strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of those
Betty,
things
Betty
where
looks dead. Betty looks like an animated corpse.
it could be one of
Really
those
scary
situations where the art style, like I have to, like it really might be like depending on the writing and stuff like that. Because I can name like so many shows that I was like, this is some bullshit. What is this? Where I was just like, the art style just didn't grab me, and then I watched it. And I was like, oh, this is fucking amazing.
I recently had that like with me and Saber as well with Centaur World. We were like, this looks disgusting, and then we watched it. It was like, holy shit, this is actually good.
Yeah. No, Centaur World is literally like if Korra and Tuca and Birdie had this weird offspring that just like mutated and was like, hey, this is what we are now.
Yeah, and
like,
sprinkled some of Friendship is Magic and Adventure Time in there. It's like,
yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, I guess this is good. Like from the 5 episodes I watched, I was like, this is actually pretty damn good. So yeah. It really depends, because you can have, like you were saying, like my favorite Spider-Man show, Spectacular Spider-Man. I was like one of those kids when that first came out. I was like, this looks fucking embarrassing. How dare this compare to the fucking 90s cartoon? And then I watched this. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so like, damn.
All right. Next thing. So Doug Days, which is based on the dog from Up, is going to be streaming this Wednesday. Yeah, September 1st. They're gonna have like all the episodes out. They're shorts, so they probably won't be too long.
Well, they are shorts.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm just wondering if they're gonna be like as long as like the like Forky Asks a Question like series or whatever. Because it has like the Pixar quality animation here, where like because I can tell with something like Monsters at Work where it's like it's not quite as like quality as like a full length Pixar film, but it still looks really good. Where this is like since they're shorts, they look like exactly like the movie.
Yeah,
like Carl looked this old in the original movie. He looks like he's half in the grave.
Who?
His eyes are Carl, the old man.
Oh,
his eyes just look sunken in, and just like
time skip.
Dead.
The show came out in like 2000. What? 9?
I know they got all the more like advanced computers and stuff. Like, it's just put more polygons into the wrinkles. It's fucking
rest in peace, Ed Asner.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was gonna bring him up too. So
is he re-voicing him in this?
Yeah. Like the thing is, like I bring up Ed Asner because like he did a lot of voice work for cartoons. Like he was J. Jonah Jameson in the '94 Spider-Man. He was like Carl Fredricksen in Up. Ed Wuncler in the Boondocks. Yeah, he was Cosgrove and Freakazoid. Like Granny Goodness and Justice League and Superman.
Yeah.
A bunch of other characters.
Right.
Hudson in Gargoyles.
Yeah.
So
Cosgrove.
Yeah.
Huge career.
Yeah, and I was looking at his filmography and like, he was still doing stuff like right before he died. So it's most likely he also did record voice lines for the Boondocks. Because like John Witherspoon, like he did voices for Granddad before he died.
Right.
Yeah, Ed Asner, like he was like a great like on-screen actor and like voice actor.
He was also in Fish Police, the greatest thing.
Yeah, he was in that too. He was also he was like in a lot of random things. He was in Cobra Kai as well.
He was a dad. Yeah, he's a dad too in Cobra Kai. Yeah, like that's the cool thing about him is like, because again, like I think of that as a victory. Like to me, like once you get to your 90s, like every year after that, it's like a victory.
He was 91 when he died.
Yeah, 91. Yeah, he was 90. He won. Yeah, there we go. Because every year after that, because I remember when we saw him at like, what was it, the Annies a couple years ago. I was like, oh, dang, he looks old, but he's still working. He's got a lot of energy, so I'm happy that he.
Yeah, like Ryan said, he's played Santa in like multiple stuff, like Santa and like Elf, I think.
Yeah.
And also he was Santa in regular show in the Christmas episode.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Jesus, he's just everywhere.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah, he'll leave behind a legacy.
For sure.
Yeah. He was also like a big like political activist too. Like Tom.
Yeah, he actually.
Yeah, Tom, you should look into some of his stuff because like he was like very like a big advocate for like workers' rights and everything. And, like he was part of the 1980 Screen Actors Guild strike. So yeah.
He's the reason voice actors are able to get health care.
Yeah.
Stuff. So yeah. So no wonder he lived so long. Yeah. That's what Corey was saying last night. I was like, it makes sense. Like he's doing all this stuff. So yeah, good on. Like again, and then like people were mentioning this on like various things, but like also like I heard it from Double Toasted as well. Like it's just like he was just working so often. Like I think that like helps you. Like they were saying like how that can like help you to somewhat stay alive because if you retire, then it's just like okay, you just sit around, do whatever you want. Yeah. Then you just kind of like, what do you live for? And then like, in fact, he was just going in, working, and having fun with his stuff, doing all this quality stuff.
Like especially like stuff he's done like in the past couple of decades. He's like, it really seemed like he was like having fun with what he was doing. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he literally was just like fucking beast to what he did. Like, excuse my phrasing, he literally did kill it because he was fucking like listening to his stuff. He like had so much energy and like oomph to his line. So yeah, it's great. Rest in peace to him.
All right. Next thing, Chicago Party Ant. There was a trailer for this. Because we had heard about it before. And I just want to bring this up because Saber is the top comment on the trailer.
Oh yeah.
He said like, "Hey Lois, remember that one time I was a middle-aged woman from Chicago who blocks people on Twitter if you criticize her uninspired show?" Yeah, Saber got blocked by the fucking like social media thing for this show.
Like what was it like a joke? Like oh that's part of the show. Or
I don't know.
Blocked? I need to see this. Okay, what's her Twitter called?
It's like Chicago Party Ant or whatever. Because supposedly this show is based on that Twitter account.
The Twitter account.
Yeah,
right?
it's like, but I've never heard of this account before.
I can't imagine like a worse source of inspiration for a television show.
Oh, it's actually an ant. Oh, like I thought it was like because the way Paley was saying ant, I thought.
I thought it was a. That's why I looked up.
Oh, what? That'd be a way better
I was so confused. I was like, where's this ant partying?
Party ant. It's just like, what, you mean an aunt? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm Southern. I say ant.
Yeah, ant. This fucking ant. I was looking for a fucking bug. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And then I found an account about a Chicago party ant. It has like 19 followers. I'm like, is this it? They're making a show off this guy?
Ah, God.
Good for him.
Yeah, all right, there we go. Yeah, Chicago party ant.
I don't know. It just seems like more generic adult cartoon kind of thing. I don't know. It just feels so trite at this point. I don't even know what to say about it. Like the art looks a little bit better than your normal Family Guy derivative, I guess. And I like.
Oh, and I'd say I hate to defend it, but I'd say like Big Mouth looks better than this shit. Just
I was gonna say the main guy character, like her nephew or whatever, looks kind of like one of the characters in Big Mouth, like grown up or something.
I think what the problem is when I'm looking at it visually, it falls into like the Seth MacFarlane verse of like how all his shows just like there's a Family Guy look to it. All these like 2D Netflix shows that are like these raunchy adult shows all look the same.
Yeah,
it's always like a very similar art style, and I'm just like I couldn't tell which is which if you put next to them.
It's not like there's because there are like better like adult shows out there that have like much more distinct like art styles, like something like Primal or whatever.
Oh,
yeah.
An insult to Primal to even mention it.
Yeah, Gendy is like flinching right now.
What would you rather watch, Chicago Party Aunt or Primal?
Yeah. Oh wow.
Gee. Let me think about that.
One of these is on Cartoon Network, and I'm not a child. This is on Netflix. It's for adults. Sorry, come on now. That's what people
it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. Fucking stupid people.
Does Spear have a Twitter account? No, I'm not interested.
Doesn't waste time on Twitter, Got better things to do.
Yeah, he's got a fuck bang.
What?
Get fuck out. Why?
Dude, there was this fan art I saw.
I don't want the story to continue. I want the story to stop right now. I want the story to stop right now.
It wasn't. No. It was like Fang found this like artifact that turned her human, and then
Oh.
and
All right, I see where this is going. All right,
I'll send it to you.
Straight
Tom.
into the
Here, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Fine. You know what? Move on to the next topic. I'll find it.
I'm trying to. Streamlabs is being weird. But the next thing, let me bring up the document here. The next thing is we're doing like some movie news stuff. So yeah, Hotel Transylvania. It's not going to theaters anymore. It's actually going to be releasing on Prime Video. Which is weird because I thought Sony had a deal with Netflix to release their stuff there.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Amazon just paid.
Amazon was just like, here's $100 million, and they were like, fuck our deal.
Because I don't think that was part of the Netflix deal. Because I do think that was 100% supposed to go to theaters no matter what, and they were just holding it off to release it, and then Amazon just came through as like, how's 100 million sound? And Adam Sandler and his team were like, yeah, okay,
yeah,
yeah, all right, I'll go on vacation. Why not? Film
There
another
you go,
movie
Tom.
there.
It's not bad, Tom. Look.
I remember this image. You already posted it. You posted it in the pit like a month ago.
I posted the bad one in the pit. That's the good one.
yeah. But speaking of Hotel Transylvania, there's also Addams Family 2, which the premise of this one seems oddly like similar to Hotel Transylvania 3, because like, oh, they're going on vacation. Okay. And they're coming out around at the same time as well. But this one is also going to be streaming. It's going to be but it's also going to be in theaters, and also video on demand simultaneously.
Right. Dang.
Why does every film always have to have one of its sequels? Is everyone just go on vacation? It's like always like a trope. Everyone goes on vacation at some point,
right?
Even in the original,
that's a
Addams Family, they
relatable
went on
thing.
vacation.
Yeah.
It's always a vacation.
Well, let's go on vacation, baby.
It's always the trailer. It's like, we're going on vacation. What? Pack your bags. And then random stuff happens.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're wacky.
So true.
And then the last news thing here. So this just came out today. We got some screenshots from the Resident Evil reboot, live action reboot, which
doesn't look right for some of it. It looks good. It looks good.
Yeah, but some of the characters, some of these characters, I'm like, that don't look like Leon.
Jon Snow looking ass.
Yeah, Jon Snow looking ass. Yeah, and Wesker doesn't look like Wesker at all.
Yeah.
But as far as the premise goes, the director was the director of 47 Meters Down.
The shark movie.
Yeah, and I do like that movie. And he also said that one of his biggest inspirations for this movie is the Resident Evil 2 remake. So he's actually taking inspiration from games.
I suppose that's a good inspiration to pull from if you're making a Resident Evil.
From the screenshots, it seems like, oh yeah, they're going into the mansion. It's like, oh yeah, that's the first game. They're actually being a bit more faithful this time.
Okay.
What, you're saying Paul W.S. Anderson wasn't faithful to his 6 Resident Evil films?
There's 6. Oh god, I forgot there was 6.
Yeah, there's 6.
Can't wait to do the retrospective of catching up on all of those before the new one comes out.
Oh god.
But
it's gonna be an interesting ride.
It'll be interesting. It's coming out in November 24th, I believe. So
it's interesting how Resident Evil 7 and 8 are both kind of exploring a new character and stuff, and
Yeah.
all the media coming out for it are kind of going back and exploring the older stuff. No one's capitalizing on the success of 7 or 8 and like trying to make an adaptation of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like,
probably
old
because
market
like
and the new
with
market.
Resident
because
Evil,
we're
like
30 and we played PS1 and we'll give them money.
it's also
Exactly.
probably because like Ethan Winters is
Ethan.
like a faceless character, so like
Then
and,
no one will
like,
complain about who they
Wait,
had.
right.
Idea. The whole film is Hardcore Henry-esque.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, yeah. It's like Hardcore
that'd be
Henry.
cool.
Yeah,
Hardcore Henry. Yeah.
Why not? Be experimental. Try something new with Resident Evil
That'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
in the film.
You'd be like that
Yeah.
one
W.
scene
Wes
from the
Anderson,
fucking
see what
Doom
happens.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
Carl Urban, his first British shooter.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Resident Evil shirt right now. Might as well say.
Nice.
On brand.
Topical.
On brand.
Yeah, but we'll see. There's been like a lot of like TV show and movie stuff for Resident Evil coming out recently because I haven't watched that one show that came out on Netflix.
Oh yeah, same. I haven't
Infinite
watched-
Darkness.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about it. I didn't even know it was
Me
out
either.
yet. Mhm.
There
That's
was
not a
like
good sign, I
hype
guess.
for it. It released, and then no one talked about it after the release.
Mhm.
Basically.
Right.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Give us the 411 on it.
Gonna. If I can spell.
Give us
darkness.
your review without watching it.
All
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see. It's got a 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb.
Ooh. Doing good.
Okay.
All
That's probably
right.
higher than most of
Review.
Resident Evil
Top
films.
review. 2 out of 10. Disappointing. Lack of creativity. Logic is seriously flawed. Resident Evil has such a strong game IP, but like any other great game, when it comes to movie TV adaptation, it's just a letdown. First of all, 10-year-old kid could have come out with this drama plot, such predictable. To matter worse, its certain scenes just make no less sense literally, especially last episode. Perhaps this is more for those who have yet to expose to RE, Resident Evil IP, but come on. As a producer-director, you could have done better, especially now there are so many films about zombies that have better plot than this. As am Asian, I'm proud to say Japanese are the pioneer and leader in the anime industry. You know what? I don't want to make fun of this anymore because I thought it was just someone who couldn't like spell and speak. But now that's obviously not their first language. Now I feel like a jerk.
Wow.
They hated it.
Oh, cancel.
That's. Oh yeah, I guess so.
So things are going good.
Mm.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Hopefully, this Netflix film can maybe turn things around a little
Well,
bit.
this is
Maybe
this is
3.8 out of
this is
10.
a film supposed to be in theaters, I think.
Oh, this was a Netflix.
The Netflix series is on.
Yeah,
Netflix, but this movie
that
is a
series,
theatrical
but
release.
this live action reboot that's going to be a theatrical thing.
I thought this was Netflix as well.
It says it's
Yeah.
set to release in theaters on November 24th.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's my bad. I got that confused.
Yeah,
I
it's-
thought
yeah, it's
Netflix
called-
just bought all the Resident Evil stuff.
It's called Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. So
Imagine going to the movie theaters in current year.
I've been burned paying to see a Resident Evil movie in theaters before. So
I've
I'm
been
not.
burned 6 times.
I've been burned 6 times over the last 20 years. I don't know if I could be tricked a 7th time because I'm very hesitant. Maybe I'll wait. Hear a couple reviews.
Think how good Resident Evil 7 the game was, though.
yeah, they turned it around.
Yeah, but I could play that at home. I don't have to go anywhere.
Exactly.
It's 7. 7's their lucky number. You got to go
Mhm.
see it.
That's a good point. It's I'm 50-50 on it. We'll see.
Is Mila Jovovich gonna cameo in it?
She's
Can
like-
you imagine? You see it running across in the background. She's like, I'm in my own movies.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just happening at the same time as that movie. They just like, cut to it for like 2 seconds.
Just runs by Wesker and then just runs away.
Yeah.
Good cameo.
Cameo.
All right. So let's talk about some Gamescom stuff because like some stuff related to the stuff we usually talk about came out here. So April O'Neil is gonna be playable in Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah, 1987 April O'Neil 2, the good one. Even though she's not the best character, but yeah, the good one. Yes, the hottest one, baby girl. Yeah, that's good. I I'm actually really hyped for that because I wasn't expecting that at all. Like that came out of left field to me because I was just like, oh shit, April. And then like a part of me, my nerd brain, like did that shit. It was like, she never learned how to fight. Well, technically in the original comics based off the 1987 series, not the original 1940s. And then I like started doing that thing in my brain. I was like, okay, I guess it does make sense if we're going with that one, but that's interesting. And so like, I am very hyped. I love her animations. I love the stuff that they did with her. I think that's super, super cool. Now I just need Casey Jones. Once they give me Casey Jones, I am set.
It seems like in the key art for the game, it seems like there's a space for Casey Jones, like on the left side.
Yeah. So I'm super hyped. I'm super hyped for Casey. I cannot wait for her. Like, oh, it's gonna be so hot.
It'll be a $4.99 DLC by character.
Yeah. Oh no.
When's the Megan Fox DLC for her, April and Neil?
Megan Fox DLC. Yeah. All they do is just change that jumpsuit to a yellow jacket and it counts. It's literally it.
All right. But that's not the only thing April's going to be in. She's also going to be in the Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl game. Yeah,
which makes no sense why they're still using the 80s turtles for the freaking Nickelodeon is. I mean, I get it. I get that the 80s series is just so iconic and mainstream, but when you're going with Nicktoons, it's just. I feel like the 2012 Turtles that was literally the first TMNT Nicktoon, and I know the 1987 did cameos in the 2012, but it's just like you feel like the 2012 ones would be the ones you would use, but no, I guess whatever.
They need the money, and more people will buy it if it's the one they remember.
I guess that's true. Like, there are so many people out there who fight my comment section on my Ninja Turtle video every day, like, oh, the 80s series is the best. Y'all are trash. You don't remember this shit. It's just like, just get your nostalgia set ass down.
Those are the people who are older and have more disposable income. They got to wait like another 5 to 10 years before they start milking the nostalgia of the 2012 series.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, because it's like, what, I guess it is true because, like, you know, there's freaking Hey Arnold and stuff like that and all this stuff. Oh, well, speaking of which, I just wanted to mention this on air. Like, I had one of those, oh, I'm an adult moments, like, last week where I was like, I was watching just these news bloopers of people acting up. It was cracking me up. And there was this one newswoman who was talking to this person. It was during the pandemic, and he was sitting on a stoop. He was like, hey there, you remember when that episode of Hey Arnold, when Stoop Kid's on the stoop? That's what you look like right now. And I was just like, oh my God, that's cool that an adult would know. And it's like, oh, she's in her late 20s, early 30s. Oh, fuck, I'm an adult. Oh, fuck. Like processing that.
I
like,
understand that pain.
Yeah. It's a horrible.
Oh, it's so good. You got the Hey Arnold figure. I love it.
That's actually my favorite cartoon of all time. Is Hey Arnold.
Dude, top 10. Easy top 10 of my favorites right now. That is
I can't describe another show like it that did slice of life that way.
It is so rewatchable too. Like this show is so highly rewatchable at any age. Like it's such a great show.
Yeah. What about the best Nicktoon, Catdog? No, not really. It's not.
Catdog.
Hey, I'm just happy we finally got the full reveal, not in the shadow reveal. We finally got the full reveal. It did look a little. Some images looked a little wonky, but you know what? It's a character with two fronts. So
yeah.
It's very interesting. Like I like the different callbacks to like different episodes for all the characters they're doing. Whereas like you have like Buff Dog like for one of the attacks.
Oh, that's awesome. See, like that stuff like that. I always appreciate video games where it's like, oh, you did your homework. You didn't just put this character in there. You actually watched the show and took like a funny aspect of a random ass episode and make that an attack. Like that is great. That is freaking great. Like the whole thing with Patrick Star being like a fucking cone and shit like that. That was like, that's hilarious. So I'm
fine that the game will not be garbage. If like little details like that like people who don't care wouldn't necessarily bother with.
Right.
They could all just be punching. You know, every character could just be punching and doing random stuff like that. But
Nick
the fact
All-Stars
that they
and Evo. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Right.
Make it happen. It's up to us to play it enough and show that it's a real game that you can be.
Ryan says Winslow should be a bonus weapon.
Oh, he just comes out the door. That'd be great. Oh, so are they releasing any more characters? Because I do agree.
There's more characters that are going to be revealed.
All right, so yeah, the girl should be in
XJ9.
I want Jenny. Yeah, Jenny's like my most wanted.
How could they not?
She'd be like so busted. Like she'd be. Is Danny Phantom in the game?
Yeah.
Oh god, I want to make her fight Danny
Yeah.
Phantom. That shit would be so hype.
Everyone's gonna start doing their fan fiction stories. They're like, and then
I can really use a wish right now. Wish right now.
Can we pretend?
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah. Jenny's still my most wanted, so I'm waiting for that.
She's probably gonna be in there. Like I have I would put like a 95% bet that Jenny's gonna make an appearance in there because like that's one of the
Watch it not be Jenny. It's Brad.
Fucking Brad. That'd be some bullshit. You riot. You go to freaking California and you riot, right? Or Ryan said cousin Skeeter.
Skeeter if the game doesn't have background music from the beats from Doug.
Oh god.
Yeah. Well, it's probably not gonna have anything from Doug because Doug is owned by Disney now.
I know, but like Disney didn't make those killer tracks like Killer Tofu.
Whale Man.
I need more allowance.
Like, why did Disney buy Doug in the first place?
And they fucked it up. Yeah,
they made Doug the first movie and his only movie.
Yeah.
And it was. I remember just being like, "What was that? Like, why is there a monster in this? What the fuck is this?"
Disney Doug is it's not great.
It's interesting.
I don't. I see. Here's the thing. I haven't watched Doug, so my nostalgia quirk. I have this quirk, Jordan, which like lets me remember various random shit from like '90s cartoons. I don't know why.
That's a cool quirk.
Yeah, it's weird, but like, I barely remember Doug. The only episode I really remember of Doug is the sit-up episode where he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do like this many sit-ups against this douchebag," and then like freaking Roger being a dick and shit like that, and then like that's all I remember.
Roger.
Yeah, but. I just remember vividly not liking Disney's Doug. I don't know why. I can't specify why I did not like it. I just remember being like, I don't like this show.
Sounds like it's time for a rewatch.
Yes, a rewatch.
Or a first watch, maybe.
It sounds.
I used to watch Doug. Yeah, I just don't remember. Shit.
All right.
I don't think I ever really watched the Disney version.
I was out at the Disney, but I didn't watch much of it.
I didn't have Disney Channel growing up until like way later after Doug was like done.
Dude, I didn't have Disney Channel till like the early 2000s. So like I started catching up with like freaking Proud Family and Kim Possible. And I was like, oh, this is hype. What have I been missing? So I missed out on Disney Afternoon.
Everyone under 20 in the chat is just like, what the fuck are they talking about?
That was Kim Possible. You mean that live action movie that came out a couple years ago?
I just meant like fucking not having channels. Like, what do you mean you don't have the Disney Channel? It's like, yeah, back in the day, shit was pretty fucking.
Have you heard of Disney Plus?
Yeah. What do you mean you watch Disney on TV? What are you, a boomer?
Or there was Disney Plus, there was Zoog Disney, all right?
Yeah. Remember back in the day when you had to get a VHS tape and record the commercials?
Listen, not everything was able to stream on your phone. This was your source of entertainment, okay?
Video now.
Oh my God.
Video now. All right?
Yeah.
Or you get your episodes on a Game Boy Advance cartridge.
Is that a Game Boy Color XL? Yes.
Oh my god.
All right. Next thing. So this is for me. Jurassic World Evolution 2 got a new trailer. And revealed a bunch of new stuff for it. A bunch of new behaviors for the dinosaurs to do. They have like dinosaurs actually nuzzling up with each other and like laying down and resting and everything. So there's a bunch of new stuff with that. They
Has the dragon appeared yet?
No.
We still have our bet.
They revealed a bunch of the marine reptiles. They showed the mosasaur finally. They showed that the aviary can actually be expanded. So because in the original game you could have an aviary, but you could only have pteranodons. But now you can have a whole bunch of other different species. And there's also going to be these like what if scenarios in the game where you can go back to like previous events and previous movies and like try out different things. Where you in the end of this trailer, you saw the big Coliseum from the Lost World Jurassic Park, where Jurassic Park San Diego. So that would be interesting to try and figure out with that. So I'm very excited for this game because I love the first one.
Mr. Paleo.
Yes.
Mr. Paley, I'm raising my hand. All right, Mr. Paley, why haven't they made another Jurassic Park game where we can play as the dinosaurs?
I don't know. I
really like
want
The Lost
it
World.
though. Like I want like a game based on Dominion where you're playing Rexy or Blue just out in in the wilderness eating people.
Yeah, you remember fucking The Lost World for PS1? That was the funniest fucking game ever. You were the T-Rex and the Raptors, and you would just jump on people and just run and rip them apart. That shit was the coolest shit. Just make Maneater, Jaws Unleashed, but with dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I think
money.
A fun game. I pitched this on the Spawncast a while back, but it would be like a it'd be like what was it? What was the alien game? Alien Extinction? Was that the Alien Isolation?
Oh!
Isolation.
But
yeah.
You're in first person. You're on Jurassic Park, and you're trying to survive. And like you do have gunplay, like to like fight off smallers, but you run from T-Rex. You hide.
Yeah,
and
there was going to be a
trying
game
to
like
survive.
that. Yeah, there was going to be
Like,
a game
that
like
is-
that back in the day.
That it just sounds too perfect for everyone to keep going. Yeah, let's do another park simulator. You know, it's like, come on, you have dinosaurs, and Turok's not making games anymore, so it's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
come
It's
on,
like-
we need something with dinosaurs that's like crazy, like good, like make it scary, make it adventure, make it thriller, make it
There
fun.
is
Like
that VR game. Yeah, it's called Jurassic World Aftermath. That's VR where you're sort of
Nobody has VR.
Yeah.
VR is not real.
Remember that fucking King Kong game where you could play as Kong or people?
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
island?
I love that game.
That was that was fun as fuck.
that was like
That
that
was
was
a fun
that was a pretty good like movie to game adaptation.
Yeah, when they used to do those and they stopped. And then you know another one, because you said it, Alien Extinction, that was fun too, where you were fucking aliens or predators. And I never played as humans. I'm already human. I don't want to be bored and shit. And so like it's just like you can fucking like send out like face huggers and then you grab on people and like you possess them and then you make your hive and then you just fucking mollywop people and you can like possess various different creatures and aliens and you get like a different xenomorph and then you would just go fucking attack and it's like, oh fuck yeah, that's hype. That game that needs a reboot. That game needs a reboot. Spider-Man PS1 needs a reboot. All these games, just do it. We're giving you money, people. We're giving you money. I know you're listening. All right. Fuck.
All right.
I'm gonna
So,
pay Tommy to make it.
Other than that, was there anything else
Tom.
at Gamescom that y'all want to talk about?
I was just looking through the announcement at Gamescom because I totally missed it for whatever fucking reason. And
Mhm.
there's nothing really here that's like on my radar personally. Like there was a couple of announcements, but nothing that like, oh yeah, I'm hype about this. It's just like, okay.
Is it? When is God of War 2 coming out or God of War 5?
Supposedly
Probably.
next year.
Probably around
No.
holiday next year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
can't
the only
imagine
thing.
Sony releasing a big game like that until like the PS5 shortages are resolved.
Yeah, I
Like,
guess
the
that
focus is so
that does
small.
make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That does make a lot of sense.
Not
But it's
everyone
also-
is you and Paleo. All right.
I think that
Uh,
is one of their games they also said will probably be on a PS4 as well. God of War 2.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Really?
figured
Is
that
there-
would-
is
that would be
backwards-
I figured that would be a system seller.
There was that Horizon. They were all supposed to just be PS5, and all of a sudden they're like, and there's PS4 versions.
Yeah.
Isn't
The
that-
one
do you
that gets
remember-
me was Gran Turismo because it's like
Yeah.
okay.
They specifically were like, it's a PlayStation 5 experience, but we're going to keep delaying it, and
they
also there's a
pivoted
PS4
on that
version.
so fucking quick. They were just like, we believe in generations here at Sony. Actually, we don't.
How long do they do that though? Like, how long do they like keep like
And
See,
doing
when the
backwards stuff?
when the PS4 and Xbox One first came out, it was like a couple of years.
2 years? Okay.
Yeah. So I would say like 2 years at least.
2 years. Okay.
They might
'Cause
just keep doing it in perpetuity. I know Microsoft's strategy is to keep releasing stuff for Xbox One for the foreseeable future. There's no cutoff yet.
I just think
Yeah.
what's good about how Xbox is doing. I mean, it's also confusing, but it's smart. Like they're just releasing a game that no matter what console you have, it's going to run the best on that console.
Yeah.
So if you buy it and you have an old Xbox, it runs good on there. You buy it on a new system, it runs at the full resolution and frame rate of
Yeah.
the new consoles.
At this point, like an Xbox One is like you're running a PC game on low settings, and an Xbox Series X is running it on high settings. Like that's just
Yeah.
kind of how they're treating it. Again, like nobody has the new console, so they kind of have to do that.
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
people.
Oh, Kyle in the chat said Lego Star Wars, which actually looks pretty good. From what I saw.
That game was supposed to be out 2 years ago.
I know.
And I can't believe it's still not out.
Most of the Lego games are pretty fun. Like they're surprisingly fun. It's just like, oh, I wasn't expecting this to be as good as it is, but yeah.
I think they're just distance itself as far away from the ninth film as possible.
Yeah, seriously, just burn that shit. Damn.
But they fly now.
Who?
They fly now.
Stormtroopers.
Oh,
remember?
Oh god!
See,
I haven't watched that bullshit in so long. Okay,
they fly now.
They fly now.
They fly now.
Remember what fucking John Boyega called them out in that shit? He was just like, that was so funny. He was like, "What was your reaction to the stormtroopers flying? They fly now." It's like, it's just a fucking Clone Wars, man.
John Boyega is so much better than those fucking movies.
It really is.
We're gonna go to Q&A soon, but I need to pee, so be right back.
Okay. All right, y'all. If you're enjoying this, be sure to hit that bell icon and subscribe. And if you're really enjoying this, be sure to send us a super chat. What is your favorite game that you're looking forward to? It can only be $1, same as a vending machine snack. And you can be sure to follow us all on our great channels. You got Jordan Fringe here, link down in the description box down below. But if you can't, just go search him on YouTube. You can find me, JaxBlade, at JaxBlade on YouTube. And you can find Tommy Oliver here on his amazing Patreon, where he's releasing tons of great work for his badass raccoon ninja, which is super awesome. You should play his game on Newgrounds and on his Twitter at Tommy Oliver Says. And then you can follow him on which YouTube are you using these days, Tommy?
None at the moment.
None at the moment.
inactive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, follow him on.
That was a good fucking shill. That was a solid shill
Yes.
off the cuff.
Yes. Exactly. Off the cuff. That's what I do for people. Oh well. Damn. But yeah,
we all got coming up.
we all got it. Man, now I'm thinking about it, I really want that Alien Extinction game back again. Because it was so fucking cool to be an alien and fucking transform and do all this stuff. Like, there's so many games, PS2 era games. I'm like, remake this. Spider-Man. If they can remake Spider-Man PS1 with the same mechanics as Spider-Man PS4, but keep the plot the same and then just do all that shit, I would love that shit. That'd be so cool.
That's a big ask. I don't know. They're very set in their new ways. You know, it's gonna be really hard playing the second Spider-Man game when they drop it because I don't know. Like honestly, just give me more of I don't. When they changed Peter Parker's face, I'm just like, what happened? Why'd you make that change?
Right.
He looks so weird now. He looks so weird. Give me
he
more
looks
Miles Morales at this point.
He looks 12.
Just give me Miles.
No, because you know what's funny is like me and Paleo actually had this like revelation when we were playing it, because when we played Miles Morales, you're like you barely see Peter in that game, and it's just like, okay, like it is off and put, but because you barely see him, you like it kind of gets you used to it in a sense, because you're just like, fuck, I guess like I'm just so invested in the game, it just kind of whatever, like let's just get past this. But yeah, I agree, like it was so weird because I did like that original PS4 Peter. I was like, $2, yes, $2, Deli 18 and 8. You missed it, Paleo. I shilled for your show. It was so good. Yes.
All right.
So is Sydney a punk then? Is she punk?
I would say she's more punk than
goth.
Why
don't you just ask Sydney?
I'm not talking. She sent me this weird snake thing the other day. I'm not talking to her weird ass. Fucking weird.
All right, so we're going to Q&A, so you can use super chats or ask us on Twitter. So I'll have super chats open here. First one from Deli18. What are your thoughts and feelings about those back to school commercials, both when you were kids and in general as a whole?
What back to school commercial? I haven't watched TV in years at this point, so I don't know.
Back in the day, though, that was just like high key anxiety time.
Yeah, it was like, oh shit, fuck. Summer's over.
Fuck.
Oh
no.
Okay, I remember one. It was that one where the guy who says "School's out forever," like he's talking to some kid who's mad at him. He's like, "The school says the school's out for summer. Come on, buy your stuff." And the kid's like, "Fuck." I remember that was the only. I mean. As a kid, I guess it was just like, man, fucking go around. Like, I guess we'll watch this shit. Like, fine. I guess we'll go through like with this whole thing. Like, summer's coming up. I mean, school's coming up, and it's just like, okay, whatever. As an adult, it's just like, fucking sucks for those kids. Like shit like that. I mean,
Yeah. Every time I
Oh,
hear, like,
it sucks for them
message,
this year. It's like,
Yeah,
yeah, it sucks for you.
Yeah. How many of you motherfuckers gonna die?
Yeah, shit. Seriously, you get vaccinated? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I had
Not if you're under 12.
I had this thought, and I had these thoughts when I would like be sick from school or stayed home, and I had them as an adult, like the years after school. Not as much now, but like especially like the few years out of school, right? Where you'd be sitting there, it'd be like 11 a.m. You'd be like, I'd be in English class right now.
Oh yeah, dude,
I'd be at lunch, you know.
That is
like,
so
okay,
valid.
we move on.
Yeah.
And every time I was sick, I'd be sitting at home like playing a video game, and be like, all my friends are in class right now. And as an adult, I'm like, all my friends are in class. Wait, I'm an adult.
I'm an adult.
I'm old now.
All my
do
friends
shit
are
with my
successful
life.
and have families and a house and a career.
All my friends have responsibilities too. No one's winning.
We're at that age where people start having babies on purpose. Where it's just like, okay, I mean, like, it's just like
I turn 27 in like 2 days, so I'm not ready for it, man.
Oh yeah, I was just like, oh
It's
shit.
getting weird that I'm like I'm too close to 30. Where
What is your birthday?
when I was like,
September 1st.
Yeah, it's on the 1st.
Nice.
So
Happy
like,
birthday.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Right.
It's like, you know, you're 23, 24. You're like, 30's so far away. Then you're 27. You're like, it's like 2
Yeah,
years
like
away.
as soon as I turned 30, I kind of stopped counting. I was like, wait, how old am I now? I'm 32, but I'll be 33 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
My whole theory is like once you hit 30, you're like officially not cool until you're 60. Like 30 through 59.
I gotta
like,
double my life to
anything-
be cool again.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is that like what from birth to 20, from birth to 20, if you do anything cool, you're like a prodigy. From 20 to 30, if you do anything cool, it's like
you're
impressive.
meant to do it cool.
From 30 to 60, anything you do is just the bare minimum. You can't do anything incredible unless you make like $1 billion. But once you're 60, it's like, dude, he's 60 and he's doing badass shit. That's fucking dope. And you can be cool again.
I'm gonna be 60. I'm gonna get on my skateboard and I'm gonna go down a half pipe. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as on your
seriously.
60th birthday, you'll be the fucking coolest old guy ever.
They'll be
exactly.
they'll be like, that's my grandpa. And
He didn't even do it on a hoverboard. He's using an old school skateboard. Whoa!
Is that a piece of wood you're standing on? That's so retro.
What, you're actually using wheels, bro? Super retro, dude.
Ew, is that an iPhone
Remember when
12?
there used to be trees? That's fucking crazy.
Whoa, man. You're actually wearing a helmet instead of a Dildorf? The hell, dude?
A Dildorf?
What is that? I don't know. Some futuristic shit they wear.
A Dildorf?
What do you
There's
know?
only one thing that comes to mind with the Dildorf.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's the Ganondorf brand dildo,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Edit Man asking, Gamescom happened. Any games you excited for? Jurassic World Evolution 2 for me. I'm very excited for that.
I am cautiously optimistic for Halo Infinite. I think they showed off some more stuff for it at Gamescom.
Yeah.
Please
I'm very
don't be
nervous
bad.
for that game. Yeah. Very nervous for that campaign. I think the multiplayer will be fine, but that campaign is, I don't know. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
D43 don't have a good track record right now.
No, they really don't.
Right.
Then Edit Man saying there's gonna be a lot of big games next year. Yeah, 2022's like gonna be stacked with a lot of stuff.
Stacked. All the big games got pushed to next year.
To play them on.
Don't worry, they'll make the PS4.
Yeah, they'll make the
Xbox
PS4
One
versions.
yeah.
Right.
I can't wait.
And
to play
if it's
these
on
games
Xbox, it'll
at,
be
like,
on PC
15
anyway. So
FPS.
Right.
With the graphics cards no one can buy, so you still
Right.
can't play them even on PC. Yeah.
Edit Man saying you get the feeling there's too many adult comedies. I mean,
How many
I
adult
guess
comedies
referring
are
to the
adult comedies?
Chicago party on thing.
It's just
At least on Netflix.
There's too many adult comedies trying to do the same thing.
Right.
And like you can do more things that are funny other than like family sitcom. Like humor exists beyond that realm for adults. It really does.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that's kind of one of the reasons why Adult Swim does so well, because like nowhere else you're gonna see like Aqua Teen Hunger Force or Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law. Like, you know, like those are
Right.
like really weird ideas, or like Venture Brothers, like
Or
that's
12-ounce mouse, or fucking
so much more inventive. Netflix needs more drugs apparently to get some better ideas, because I'm tired of seeing maladjusted adult tries to get in shenanigans trying to relate to like family. It's just like,
but isn't it relatable and quirky?
No, it's just derivative and boring.
I get angry at internet stuff too.
Well, here's the only good thing, I guess, is that like in like 5 to 10 years, when they finally realize that like all the millennials literally can't afford to have a family, they're gonna have to pivot to like being like quirky person lives in a shoebox because they can't afford to live in a house because the economy's broken. And that'll be the new thing that they'll copy over and over and over again.
Now you're just making me think of Rugrats, because like we're their parents' ages now, and I'm just like, oh god damn it! Now
why would you?
And this is, I think this is why a show like BoJack Horseman worked, right?
Yeah,
because
right,
It wasn't afraid to be like, oh look, it's a comedy with animals and humans. And no, it's actually very a real look into a lot more of the stuff.
It's like the main character was like a washed up celebrity, which like 99% of people aren't. But it's like, if you give a character like flaws that people can empathize with, you can kind of connect to a character in a way beyond the superficial. Whoa.
It's pretty
revolutionary.
No. Yeah, I really like that about BoJack, because like, I mean, a lot of shows have pulled what Paleo calls like the Adventure Time formula, where like it starts off like one way, it's like, oh, this is just goofy fun, and then it like lures you in. Because like BoJack, for all intents and purposes, started off as like a comedy with some dramatic elements, and then by the end just turned into a drama with some comedy, and it's just like, oh god, like this is like, every time I watched the episode of BoJack in those later seasons, I was just like, oh, this is making me feel like,
I feel things.
I don't.
And they're not, and I'm not smiling anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought this was funny horse show.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's depressed horse show.
Sad horse. What did Ryan
that's how
say?
we felt at the MLP finale. Depressed horse show. Yeah.
Depressed horse show. No more watching the finale.
Or Ryan asking, since Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network have Smash type beat 'em ups, if Disney had a beat 'em up with their TV characters, which ones would you want? Probably like all the Disney Afternoon like people.
I see. You know what's so weird is like, I guess I have to revoke my 90s. I never saw the Disney Afternoon stuff growing up. I saw clips of them, but I never watched the show. I like Gummy Bears. I always saw clips of, never saw the show. What else was there? Tailspin, I actually did see because I had the VHS tapes. DuckTales, I saw occasionally,
Darkwing
but
Duck?
never. Darkwing. I didn't see Darkwing Duck until I was like 13. And I was on Toon Disney, and I was like, oh, this is fucking dope. And I was like, oh, I like this shit, but I missed all the years prior to that, but it was like really cool. But then there was like Bonkers and other stuff like that. That was cool. But like, I was mainly
Randy and Mr. Whiskers.
That was like a mid-2000s show, which I watched. And no, okay, because I remember in like 2010, 2011, I was just like, that was when I was in college, and I was just staying up until like 3 a.m. and they would play every like early 2000s show from like 1 a.m. to like 4 a.m. in the morning, and it would be like Brandy, Mr. Whiskers, that one with the parents that are spies. Like the one I forget. Like they had the two red. They had the two red
replacements.
Yeah, the replacements. Emperor's New School. Yeah. And then Brandy, Mr. Whiskers, Dave the Barbarian, stuff like that.
American Dragon, Jake Long.
I remember I did not like that as a kid, but like when I was staying up just like all those hours and just watching it, I'm just like, I can kind of watch this and stuff like that. And so like I just remember that. Yeah, so like if they have characters like, Jake Long, Lilo and Stitch is another one. Like when that had crossovers, that got me shook. I was like, what? You crossover with Recess? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like it's insane. So yeah, that's a interesting concept. So I would love to just see like a lot of those early 2000s shows. So this is where I'm with the younger generation, because I'm like, oh yeah, give me those early 2000 shows. Yeah.
I would put just because I just spent a lot more time with it recently. I have a video coming out this week about it, but the Buzz Lightyear from Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
Oh yeah, I had the VHS tapes of that. Yeah.
I want that Buzz Lightyear and his Rangers. That'd be
I know what you mean. That was my plan. I'll tell you my plan. And freaking Zurg in that show, voiced by the Seinfeld dude. Yeah. Great.
Okay. From Malik Webster, question for Jax. Did you see the Friday the 13th fan film, Jason Rising? If so, what are your thoughts on it, especially the big reveal at the end?
Jason Rising? I did not, so let me look. That came out 2 weeks ago? Oh shit.
Interesting.
I need to watch.
So it came out on Friday the 13th then?
Oh my god, it came out Friday the 13th. I definitely need to watch this. Thank you for this, Malik. I'm going to watch this like later on. I'll watch that. I'm super excited for it.
Cool.
Oh
yeah. Ryan was saying like some other characters they could add, like Doofenshmirtz, Grunkle Stan, Wander, like some of the like newer characters.
Fuck! I didn't even think about that. They're like Owl House and shit.
Yeah,
like Ida and all them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Bill Cipher would be fun.
Bill Cipher, OP.
Yeah. All right, let's go to some Twitter questions here. From Major Mekazawa says, have any of you guys watched the new Evangelion movie that came out on Amazon? And what do you think of the rebuild movies as a whole compared to the original series?
I've never seen Eva once. Like, because people keep telling me, they're like, oh, should you watch? Because I remember I was gonna watch it, but then my friend stopped me. He's like, don't watch that Netflix dub. You got to watch the original dub. Then my other friend was like, no, don't watch that fucking original dub. It's so dated. Watch this version. And so like, I don't know which version to watch. So I just
watch whatever you want. Don't listen to.
What should I watch? What do you recommend?
I don't care.
Oh, I don't know. Tom, what do you recommend? Have you seen it?
Evangelion?
Yeah, Evangeline.
Evangeline Lilly?
I thought it was for the longest fucking time. I watched it subbed and it was fine.
Subbed?
Yeah.
Okay, so subbed.
I usually go with subbed. Like the dubs, okay. I watched like some of the Adult Swim dub. I don't know which one that is because I don't pay attention enough to care about all the little like eccentricities.
Adult Swim?
Yeah, it was.
Really?
It was on Adult Swim. Yeah.
It was probably the older one then, the older dub.
Yeah.
Was it by Trigun and all that stuff?
I
do not remember it.
Is too shitty to know exactly where it was. Like all of Adult Swim kind of becomes a blur in my brain. But yeah, it was on Adult Swim at one point. But I would just watch the subtitles, honestly. You can find like good subs just on the internet.
Yeah, it's on
Netflix. It's worth watching.
Yeah.
It's worth watching for sure.
Well, that means I have to focus on the screen and I can't do shit.
Well, do whatever you want. If you rather prefer watching it dubbed, I can understand that.
But yeah, I did watch the final rebuild movie though. Though I would say like, if you are going to watch the final rebuild movie and you haven't seen the other rebuilds in a while, there were some things that happened in the final rebuild. I was like, wait, what happened? Because like I forgot like some things that happened in the previous movies. Because like the last one came out like what 7 years ago or something.
I haven't watched any of the rebuild movies. I don't know why. I think someone told me that they were bad, and so I just haven't gotten around to it. But
they're definitely out there. Like the final rebuild's like 2.5 hours long. So, as far as like animated movies go, that's very long for an animated movie.
It's incredibly long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. But Ava, like, I like it. Like, I don't think it's like the greatest thing ever though. Like some people do, but I like it.
Okay.
Rigid Rat asking, what is your favorite candy?
Does chocolate count or no?
Yeah,
because I hear people always. I remember this being a big debate between my friends. Who were like, "Oh, no, chocolate is its own thing. Candy is like this," and then like they got into this whole argument. I remember watching that. So it was fun.
Chocolate's a subset of candy.
Yeah.
Then why are chocolate bars called candy bars?
I love chocolate, so yeah, I'm gonna go with chocolate then. I fucking love chocolate.
This is weird. I was literally on another podcast I was doing earlier today. Had a whole little candy debate. This is so weird. This is coming. This is such a weird day.
Deja vu.
I have weird
every podcast in existence.
Yeah. So what's your favorite candy? So my top. I have a weird top 5, but I'll give just my top 1 so I don't sound too weird. It's weird enough. All right. It's candy corn. All right.
I like candy corn. I agree with you.
Candy corn's good.
Candy corn.
I'm glad this is not an anti-candy corn podcast.
No, I like candy corn because I remember as a kid, like I never bit into it. That's why I didn't like it. Because I was like, "Is this fucking candle wax? What is this?" And then you bite down, and it was like, "Oh, this is good. I like it." So
at least I feel welcomed here. Thanks, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I like Jolly Ranchers. I just like cinnamon on them.
Yeah.
Flip that.
I mean,
yeah.
I like Reese's Pieces a lot.
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Reese's Pieces.
Oh, Reese's. Are those different?
Yeah,
they're like M&Ms, but not.
They're like M&Ms, but like full of peanut butter instead of chocolate.
I've never seen those before.
Oh, you've had to have seen Reese's
everywhere. What do you mean you haven't seen them before?
I swear.
You know, like the yellow, brown, orange.
Jax, you need to have some Reese's Pieces. They'll change your life.
I need to look what these look like. Is it the Reese's Puffs? Reese's Puffs. That one? That thing?
That's
no, that's the cereal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The other candy that I really like that isn't in America is Smarties, but not like the
Canadian
Smarties. The Canadian Smarties. It's like M&Ms but better. Because like M&Ms, they have like a really thin shell, so you don't really get much taste of the candy. It's just kind of dominated by the chocolate. But Smarties have a thicker candy shell, so it's like a mix. It's got a balance.
We got a ton of those in England.
Yeah, I think that's why I prefer M&M minis compared to regular M&Ms. Because M&M minis, you kind of get more of that.
Like M&M minis taste different.
Yeah,
100%.
Ah, okay. These things. I think maybe, but I don't think I've ever had them. So yeah,
you should.
Okay.
You got to report back about Friday the 13th fan film and Reese's. Have Reese's Pieces while you're watching Friday the 13th.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it.
All right, dope.
Reese's Pieces.
All right.
Reese's Puffs.
Nathaniel Foga asking, what's the weirdest / funniest thing to happen to you guys at a convention? I know for Jax it's the Patrick Warburton thing.
Oh yeah, that was weird. That was so weird. So I was at MomoCon. And this is so awkward. I don't know how to explain it, but like we were in the green room, and like me, Saber, Paleo, and all them, like we like walk in, stuff like that, and they have this whole like smorgasbord of like different foods and stuff like that. And there's like, you know, chips and Chick-fil-A, and then like, you know, biscuits and other stuff like that. And so like I go over because I'm like, oh, there's Chick-fil-A. All right, cool. And so like it's just like I go over. And I just start getting like a big plate of chicken. I go over, and then Patrick Warburton just like randomly walks out. He's just like, "Oh, we got a lot of chicken over here." And I'm just like,
"Hey,
yeah,
Jax."
yeah." And then like, I just like, yeah. And then I was like, should I say something? I don't know. Like, I don't know how to respond to that. I was like, wait. And then I was like overthinking. Like, is it because I'm black? He said, like, no, it's not that. I can't be like, what? Like, I was like overthinking the situation, and so I just like, yeah, it's good. So like, I didn't know what to say. It was so awkward. But yeah, that was hilarious because I was just like, yeah, it's good. I don't know. I left this. I don't know what to say. Oh man.
I'm trying to think because there's been like multiple times where like Jax, you know about this, where like we have to cut the tail when like somebody's following us.
Oh yeah. That's always
because like the absolute worst one was like the first or second MLP MSP, whereas that guy who kissed Race's neck.
Weird.
It was very odd. Like that guy's banned from conventions now. But yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But he was like trying to follow us to our hotel room. Was like, just throw a marker or something.
Yeah, no, because so people out there, we never want to come off like, oh, we're so much better than your elite or some bullshit like that. It's just like when we all are with a group of people, we have like our certain friends, and we want to go decompress and be with our friends. So what happened was sometimes we'll be at a place with a bunch of people. Me and the group will start to go like head back to our room just to chill, you know, just like, okay, let's go decompress, stuff like that. And we'll have people following us, and it's like, okay, you're not following us to our room, so we're gonna go this way. And then sometimes we tell them, but they don't understand, because like some people will literally like they're weirdos like this who will like follow you just to see what room you're staying at, and it's just like, okay, yeah, no, first off, you're gonna catch these hands if you try that with me. And so like anyways, what we'll do is we'll like split off and like just go like, all right, so Pele go that way, Saber go that way, I'll go that way, and then like we'll meet up again like later on just to like cut the tail. But like, yeah, there are some people who just get it. Like I remember this one time, I think it was like BronyCon like 2017, where like we were all just tired going back to room. This one random big guy like came up, and then he was just like, Saber was like, hey, what floor are you going on? He's like, well, I think I'm gonna go with you guys. And Saber's like, no, you ain't. Okay, so like, yeah, just like, fuck, man.
I don't want to get too much into this one just because I don't want to bring more attention to this person. But there was one convention where kind of had a weird like stalker situation who like harassed me on Twitter, but like not trying to like in a mean way, but like creepy way, and then would at this convention just stand across from a distance and stare at me. And especially one time where I was kind of like off to the side trying to hide and eat, and just stared at me while I was eating. And that's when I had enough. I said, "What? Yeah. What? I'm trying to eat. Do you want chicken?" I was eating chicken. I was like, "Do you want chicken?" And
Patrick Warburton.
It's like,
what were you saying now?
Yeah, there's a lot of chicken in here.
Chicken in here, Peter.
Hey, Peter. And so that was a situation that got handled after a while. But the other situation, I think this was at the same convention, funny enough, was the Too Many Games Chris Chan incident.
We've had incidents at BrodyCon before with Chris Chan too.
Yeah.
That happened 10 feet in front of me when he was doing his the whole situation where they're on the ground freaking out before they got taken away for being too handsy and kissy with someone.
Yeah, that happened a lot at BrodyCon too.
Yeah, it happened at various BrodyCons.
It was because that's part of like the lineology and the lore, and it was weird to experience it firsthand because it was not like a quiet thing. It was very everyone just kind of stopped and watched what happened, and it was just weird because it happened right in front of me. So that was probably those some weird times. Right, but I love that convention, so good times.
Okay.
Yeah, I do want to visit like Too Many Games one year. Probably not this year, but probably next year.
Right.
Tom, what about you? Was there anything like
the muffin
incident? The muffin incident? Oh yeah, yeah. Too bad Saber's not here for this.
A muffin problem?
Yeah. There's that. I was gonna say I'm contractually obligated to mention the muffin thing, even though I wasn't there for it.
I was there for it. I could speak for Saber's half because I was when that. All right, so there's this girl. We'll just call her Muffin Girl. Lovely lady. So like she like that we've now learned, but she came up to me and Saber Spark with this bag of muffins. She was like, "Have you seen Tom anywhere?" And we're like, "Oh no, we haven't. All right, but we can give." It's like, "Oh, could you give him this bag of muffins for me?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah." Saber's like, "Yeah, sure, I can do that, of course." And so like I'm like suspect. I don't know this woman. I'm just like, you just accept food from strangers. We don't know what's in. And then like Saber just goes all up, just fucking like eating the muffins. Like that. Yeah, eating the shit. And then like later on. That's when like Tom shows up. He's like, "Did you get this stuff?" And he's like, "Oh no, bro." So like, and then Tom can take it from here because that's from my perspective. That's what I saw visually.
Yeah, I mean, from what I remember, it was just that my friend Ash, Muffin Girl, she had made these muffins for me, and Saber just was like, not thinking, I'm just going to eat them. They're for me, obviously. I'm only half paying attention to this conversation, apparently. Yeah. And I find out later that like, I was supposed to get these muffins that were made with such care, and I never got to see them.
I thought they were poisonous. So I was just like, Saber, what are you doing?
To be fair, is the proper reaction to when a random person walks up to you and gives you food.
I was just like, who is this person? Do we know them? What if I like? Do we know what it is?
Saber does a lot of weird things at conventions. Like the whole time we were like wondering like, what should we eat? It was like Saber's just on the bed. He just like has one of your protein cookies. And he was like, I don't know, I'm not really hungry, and starts eating the cookie.
He was just like, what should we eat? And like here I was like, I don't know. What do you guys want to eat? And then like Saber comes out eating protein. Like, I'm just not really that hungry. So it's just like
yeah. Saber. Not here to defend himself, but there really is no defending this kind of behavior.
It was hilarious.
All right. Next question here from Enigma Prince. Mainly for Paleo and Jax, but what's your best guess as what happened in between G4 and G5 of MLP, which caused literal racial separation?
Twilight fucked up. She found out that Spike was fucking Rarity, and she was like, "You can't do that. You're a dragon. Like, why can't dragons hook up with ponies?" And then she was
there's
just
dragons
like,
in this?
"Yeah, there's dragons in the movie. Yeah, there's dragons.
Yeah, there's dragons and ponies. Yeah,
yeah.
I have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's freaking insane. Like, there's fucking dragons. So, like, I'm thinking someone said some shit sly to Ember, and then Ember said some shit sly back. And then like all the species start having this big ass argument, and then Twilight's trying to calm them down, and then someone's like, "Hey, look, maybe we should just calm down a bit because like horses are," and she's like, "What the fuck do you mean horses are?" And then like it just spirals out of control, and then that's what happened. I don't know.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Some heavy topics they're tackling.
Very heavy topics. Twilight fucked up bad.
Oh my god. Another one from Enigma Prince saying, for all of you as a whole, if you were to make or form your own Suicide Squad, who would have what position, and most importantly, who would die first?
Like, do they have to be DC? Or does it have to, or can it be like various? Let's just make it whoever we want. Okay. I don't want them to die though. So, fuck. Let me think of characters. I'm like,
just pick characters who don't die. That's the best Suicide Squad. People who can't die.
Goku
they always win.
Fucking Goku. Yeah.
Superman and
Vin
God
Diesel from Fast and Furious.
Wally
Vin
West.
Diesel.
Rexy the T-Rex.
SpongeBob, he won't die.
The
Iron Giant had a bomb in him and survived. Spoiler. So there you go.
Vin Diesel, that's another Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. Every Vin Diesel character.
Vin Diesel again.
Vin Diesel from The Pacifier.
Yeah, Vin Diesel from The Pacifier. Vin Diesel from the Street Shark commercials.
Okay, I wouldn't mess with him.
Yes. Him and Boomer. Oh, and then the Street Sharks can be in place of King Shark. And then it'd be like cool. It'd be like...
In fact, no Suicide Squad, just all Street Sharks.
Yes.
It's all Street Sharks. You saw
Shark.
what happened in the film. He's impenetrable.
Exactly. Street Sharks and Extreme Dinosaurs, and then the Biker Mice from Mars, and then they all just coagulate to this furry bullshit.
You have the first part. Now
Yes.
kind of...
There's like a morphing aspect going on.
Morph, exactly. Like Animorphs.
Like Animorphs?
Yeah.
Tom, your masterpiece.
What is Animorphs other than a Suicide Squad?
Yeah, there you go.
My favorite one, I own several of the books. My favorite one is when she turns into a starfish on the cover.
Yeah.
Dude, that book was fucked up. You know what happens in that book?
In the starfish, now the top of my head, I don't remember what happens.
In that book, Rachel morphs into a starfish, and then while she's a starfish, one of her limbs gets cut off.
Oh, yeah!
Starfish grow those back. So, like, her good and bad personality, like, they both demorph from both parts of those starfish, and her personality gets separated. And she ends up killing somebody as a bear by beating them with her own severed bear arm in the end of the book.
Oh
my
God,
dude! I totally. As soon as you said like the dire, I specifically remember that part.
Tom did this like big like lecture about Animorphs because he like read everyone.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, if you ever have time, just have it on as like a podcast. It's like a 4-hour lecture. It is masterful. Yeah. Like I completely forgot all this stuff from Animorphs. Like I was like, bro, this is a masterclass.
It's real shit. It's real shit.
Surprise.
That's their tagline. Animorphs. It's real shit.
It should be
with a picture of a girl turning into a starfish. This is real shit.
Man, why didn't they have that as a Transformers figure? The Animorphs Transformers
starfish.
Yes.
You could take off the limb that comes on and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
That would
reenact your favorite moments from the book.
Rachel.
Which one's your favorite? Oh God.
All right, from Nathaniel Foga asking, what was the college experience like for you guys?
This is pretty chill. Like, I mean, I didn't stay on campus. I would stay
I went
at my
to
house.
college.
Yeah, exactly.
That was smart.
Yeah.
I went for a little bit.
Yeah. I got enough for my degree just in like health stuff. So I was like, okay, I can, use this for like actual job stuff. And it did. Ironically, the one like college did help me with job stuff, so that's cool. But yeah, it was just chill, nice people to chat with, sometimes I went to like parties with friends because I knew people and I had stuff, but it wasn't anything like, that I'll say this, it's a bit weird in the sense because college is so massive, you're never gonna like meet people continuously over the time, like for example with high school. Like for example, high school, it's just like I'm gonna see people over and over again like various years. So like this one, it was just like, oh, I may see a couple people every year, but like I'm not gonna see the group I saw the first year. So like that was a bit like, I had to get used to that because I was like, oh, I made some of these friends and now that's happening. But yeah, for the most part, it was pretty chill. Yeah, I would say I had fun for the most part.
It was expensive, and I'm still feeling it, and I don't like it.
Right.
I literally, it's interesting because I was looking at my loans because I had Credit Karma, and I was just looking at my loans just to make myself depressed for the day. And I was always wondering, like, it's strange. I've been paying my student loans for like 12 years, and it still says I owe the same amount that I did when I started. Why is that? And then I realized today I finally have my answer. Because it's like, oh, you're like 85% close to paying off one of your private loans. But I also have a bunch of federal loans, and those are all zeroed out because I make so little money, but they're still accruing interest. So it's like one of the loans, and I have like 4 Fed loans. Each one of them is like, you've paid off negative 49% of this loan because they've increased 49% in interest. So I'm like, oh, Jesus. So literally everything I've paid has just been like replaced with interest on these other loans that the government has decided I'm too poor to pay off.
Damn.
Cool. Don't go to college. It's a trap. Be a plumber. Be Mario. He had the right idea. Look how successful he is.
Use fungi. They're really good in various recipes. Mushrooms. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to like community college first, and then I went to NC State for a couple semesters. If that wasn't for me, so I went out of that and then went to community college again for like some graphic design stuff, and that's it. So,
when did the ponies start for your college year? Was it like 4th year, 3rd?
That was like my last year in community college when that happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think it was like right at the start of my, because I remember when I got. Because
I remember that both me and Saber graduated the same year.
Nice, yeah.
I think the moment I realized that my school was a crock of shit is when I had to teach the head of the department, like the art department, what a multiply layer was in Photoshop.
Oh shit.
And I was like, oh no, I'm doomed, aren't I?
Oh,
I was going and doing editing. That was the big thing I was doing. And the main reason why I left is because the person who was teaching this stuff, because I was already slightly doing editing work back then at my own time. So as we're teaching in the class, I was able to do everything. And I was at a point where it's like, you're doing things that we wouldn't teach until 3 years from now. Right. So don't waste your money. As he said so much, it's like, he said, don't waste your money being in here and doing this with me. I'm just trying to help you out. And I was like, okay. And literally that day, I never went back after that day. I
like if you want to make videos, for like this is like for anybody that's watching, if you want to make videos, like the best thing you can do for yourself is just like try to learn it on your own. Because like I never took any classes for video editing.
Everything I've done for videos, for 3D, for game design, all of it self-taught. Literally nothing I learned in school except for typography I use today. And the only reason I even learned typography is because I was in the graphic design program, and the year I started, they fired the graphic design teacher. And so like the 3rd year, they hired a substitute, and she was the only art teacher who was like, hey, here's a textbook. We're going to learn things instead of just like giving us projects and then not talking to us all year. So it's like, we're going to learn typography and font usage and kerning and leading on text. And I was like, this is amazing. I'm learning things in college that I'm paying money for. And everyone else in my class, you had to like at the end of the semester, you'd like rate the substitute teacher, and everyone said, she made us work. Terrible. Hate them. They didn't get hired.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that's stupid. Yeah. No, because I wanted to say that so much. I agree. Like for years, I had no idea I would even know how to edit. All right. Like literally the way I learned how to edit was on one of my videos. I mentioned like, oh, I'm very interested in like editing. Would any of my subscribers do it? And I think I only had like probably like less than 1,000 at that point. I was like, does anyone know about editing stuff? And then this one person, I wish I could remember their specific name, but what they did was they sent me a couple unlisted videos of their channel, and they like screen record and like, okay, so this is how you do this. This is how you do this. This is what I'm using for an editing platform. And I got to thank them so much, because it was like they broke it down to a point where I was like, oh, I'm actually understanding this, how you do it. And then like I just played with it for years, and then I just kept practicing. And then like there's this whole YouTube channel with this stuff. So I'm able to see how to edit on my own and be like that. But like, thankfully, like I have editors who like help me out tremendously, like Maine and Henry, of course. And so like they're just like, you know, masters. But like if I'm by myself, I'm able to go, okay, I know how to edit at least this. I know how to do this by myself. I'm not helpless with it. And that is such a like a skill that I'm very grateful to learn. So yeah, just go look up YouTube videos, find this thing. Like they help out tremendously.
All right. We got a super chat from Ryan here. What's the best re-release you've seen in a theater? In that, what's the best older movie you got to see screened or re-released in a theater? So for the, what was it, the 30th anniversary?
Jurassic Park in 3D.
I have actually never seen Jurassic Park in theaters.
What?
At least
yes,
I probably saw it as a kid, but I don't remember because I was too young. But like I do want to see Jurassic Park in theaters, but I was gonna say Jaws because I watched that in 2015.
Oh.
And I also watched Iron Giant. Like
yeah. Do they have the new scene where the
yeah they had they had the extra scene in there too.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think I remember seeing the Indiana Jones re-release in theaters at one point.
Nice.
In your scan. I remember I went to see that, and then I definitely, of course, saw Jurassic Park. Anytime it's re-released in theaters, I'll go see it. But like I remember when they did the whole 3D conversion, when 3D was like, you know,
it was a big thing in the early like
I think this was the 2013 re-release. That would have been its 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
And that was a fun time.
I'm so mad at myself that I never did that.
I saw Titanic in theaters for the re-release for the 3D.
Oh, shit.
And there's no intermission on that. So it's 3 hours, 15 minutes straight of just 3D sitting in a theater. And you know what? James Cameron did a good job on that 3D conversion. It was very interesting watching a sinking ship come all the way out of the screen.
Yeah, I remember the 3D thing being so big because I remember like, I feel like it was like 3 years in a row with freaking The Nightmare Before Christmas being in theaters. Like I never saw it, but like that was one.
Lion King is another one I saw re-release in theaters.
Oh man, I really wanted to see that. I don't know why I never had the chance to or something like that. Yeah, that was. I think a movie I did see in theaters really it was funny was I went to go see Princess Mononoke, and that was really cool. That was like really cool seeing that in the theater. And I remember like I was telling Z like because he was like which freaking what the fuck is that dude's name? What is his name, Paleo? The main guy who the depressed, the guy who made Princess Mononoke. What's his name? I'm blanking on his name. Miyazaki. Thank you. Because I remember I went to go see it with Z, and he was like, "Oh, which Miyazaki film do you want to see?" I was like, "Princess Mononoke," and then I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to see this again. Like, I haven't seen any other Miyazaki film, but this is good." And it's just like, "Wait, you want to see the one you've seen how many times, but you've never seen another Miyazaki film?" So like, we had like this whole discussion in the theater, but like, oh no, but that theater experience was really good. That was the most respectful theater experience I've ever seen in my life. Like, because like most of the people in that theater, like there was a bunch of people there, but it was like dead quiet. They were just respectfully watching it. But there was this one moment that caught me off guard. It had me cracking up is when the deer god shows up. He fucking comes out the water. And then like out of nowhere, like he's just like walking towards the screen. And then like this black person behind me was just like, oh hell. It's like that. I just heard that. I was just like, shut the fuck up. It just caught me. That was good. That was a good movie.
I hope before Dominion, for Jurassic, World, I really hope there's some sort of marathon in theaters for everyone.
Oh yeah, I would love that.
I would love to see 2 and even 3 back in theaters again. Like that'd be insane.
Yeah, Lost World in theaters. I still remember seeing that as a kid. That was
unexpected. There are some stupid moments in that movie, but I love that movie to death.
Yeah, I love it.
It has that movie both has the most intense scene of all the Jurassic Park films and the stupidest scene of all time in Jurassic Park films. It has them hanging off the cliff with
I don't think it has the stupidest.
And then it has the gymnastics.
Yeah, I think I don't think that's the stupidest one. I think the stupidest one is actually in Fallen Kingdom, where like Chris Pratt is on the ground with the lava around him. Is like, no, dude, like you can't. Like, that's lava. You're gonna burn up.
There's definitely some stupid. A pyroclastic flow literally engulfs him, which would burn him instantly. But he's fine.
Yeah,
he's
there's a lot of
fine.
stupid
He's
moments. It's
Star-Lord,
always the
it's
second
fine.
one in
I thought-
a trilogy that always is has parts.
I thought you were gonna talk about how like fucking the fucking ego rap, not
Yeah,
ego.
yeah,
I always
no,
say
yeah,
ego,
the Indoraptor.
Indoraptor.
Yeah.
Ego-Raptor, yeah, he was in the film.
Yeah, the fucking Indoraptor. I don't know why I keep saying Ego Raptor every time I mention it. The fucking Indoraptor is like doing some Looney Tunes shit where it's just like, oh, what's going on here? And it's like, I'm gonna fuck this dude up.
Yeah.
Dude, he played to the camera. He's just
Yeah,
he's like, watch this.
Watch
It's
this.
like- it's like, all right, there,
Watch
guy.
this audience. Yeah.
We get it.
All right, we've got a few more Twitter questions here. A neighbor friend's asking, what is a movie that you felt had a bad or awful plot or story that you've seen or heard?
A movie that we thought had a bad plot. Well, I mean, there's so many movies.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
You mean a
Star
movie
Wars
that
Episode 9?
exactly?
Yeah.
Do you mean a movie that's that way that we like? Because I can give again. I'll say my answer that I always say. I will never, ever, ever defend this movie, but I fucking love it. Is 8 Crazy Nights. I don't know why. I can rewatch that shit
Dude,
every time.
yes.
Yes.
Dude, that movie is so bad, and I love it so much. It is
Exactly.
It is the most offensive BS movie, and I can't believe how from my childhood seeing that and to now how much that movie means to me. I love when they put that the day they put that on Blu-ray. I was like, oh my gosh, it's finally time to see it in good quality.
I love that movie. It's a piece of shit. I will never stand up for it, but I love that movie. Okay.
Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Oh, that is so good.
He's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Kung Pao. Do people hate that movie?
Yeah. I think I've mentioned.
Yeah,
my
you've
story
mentioned this
when I
before.
bought
Yeah,
Kung Pao.
the story.
Oh, Ben,
I've
an
never
etch a
heard-
sketch.
Oh, I've got some yellow liquid for your popcorn. And it's not dairy. And shit like that. Shit is so good. We are both ventriloquists. And now we're upside down. This shit is so funny.
But yeah,
You go
Tom.
that way. I'll go home.
Yeah, Tom mentioned
Yeah.
mentioned to Jordan about like how
tell me
you
too.
watch that movie.
So
Jordan.
I watched the movie first on TV at my friend's house, and I thought it was the funniest shit I'd ever seen in my life. This was like in like middle school, and so I went to Blockbuster Video, unrelated, later that week, and they have like that shelf where it's like they need to get rid of old DVDs so you could buy them for like a couple bucks. They had Kung Pao. I'm like, oh fuck yeah! So I bring it up to the counter and I slap it down. I'm like, I want this movie, and the guy at the counter just stares at me for like a solid like 10 seconds and then looks down at the disc and he's like, just so you know, there's a no return policy on these discs. However, when you watch this movie and hate it, find me and I'll refund you. And I was like, fuck you, give me my disc, you piece
How
of
old
shit.
were you? How old were you?
I was like
Damn.
15.
Wow.
It seems like it's like
That guy is really adamant.
Yeah,
It's like
he clearly hated this movie, and I just like.
Or
hated him
it was a
instantly.
trick where he was working there and he like there's a policy where he's not allowed to buy it or something while working there. So he was trying to convince you to be like, just come find me.
Damn it! I was
out of
gonna
work.
buy that when my shift was over.
this is like if variant future Tom met his teenage self and was trying to convince him. It's like, you must not touch this. This is mine.
I was young and naive once too, kid.
Yeah.
What's your name? I didn't catch it. Name's Tom.
My name's Tom.
All right, from Kevin on
Like
Twitter.
Power Rangers?
If you were to change anything about MLP FIM, what would it be? I would make Twilight less freakout prone. Celestia would not be so perfect. The characters would not be so dense, and Discord would be severely punished for what he did as Rogar. Plus, there would be at season 10. What would I change about?
Because I think Twilight's freakouts are a bit endearing.
Yeah, I like her freakouts.
I would make Celestia actually show her full power.
Yeah.
Because they always hinted at it, but they never fucking showed it. So it was just like, whatever, that's fucking stupid. Yeah, the Discord thing, I can see what they're talking about, because it's like, you did what as Grogar? What?
Yeah.
What? No, this is a problem. Like, what the? Make Fluttershy have more screen time. That's what I. Fluttershy needs more screen time. No, Fluttershy needs to be the Gohan, what she was initially, and then they stopped being. She needs to be the second most powerful in the series, right after Twilight. So, yeah.
Waddle's asking thoughts on Sony officially buying Crunchyroll for 1.2 billion, and will combine it with Funimation to create one major anime service.
Isn't that Verve? What happened to Verve? Is that Verve?
No, well, they're not on Verve anymore. Neither Crunchyroll or Funimation. So I guess Funimation and Crunchyroll will just be together now.
Wow. What's on Verve then?
High Dive.
Oh,
does it even exist anymore?
Yeah, it exists.
Let me see if Verve. I know I got a subscription to Verve, so I need to see what's on here.
You're just
I remember they were everywhere.
You don't even know what's on the service.
Oh yeah, you know, Tom. I'm so bad at that. I need to stop. Okay. I really do.
I guess you're on the 2 Comma Club, so it like doesn't matter. It's like
the
like
2 Comma Club. Yeah,
putting a fucking dime down on the ground somewhere and losing it in the couch every month. You're just like, oh yeah,
whatever. Damn. Crunchy.
Related to anime, Santos Celine's asking, more pointed for Jax, when the time comes for One Piece, for the One Piece treasure itself to be revealed in the manga, will you be tuning out of the internet?
Tuning out of the internet when it's revealed?
Yeah. I guess for spoilers for the manga.
I mean, I read the manga, so I would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not a big deal. It's like
it'll only be 30 more years until that happens anyway. So
exactly. It's just like honestly, a lot of stuff. As much as I hate to say it, because like I was watching some stuff for like My Hero Academia season 5, which you still need to finish. But like people were telling me like, oh yeah, compared to the manga, some stuff has been like they haven't changed it, but like they're speeding it along in a way which is like, oh, that should actually be a bit dragged down. It's like, oh, that's a shame. So that's a shame. And then like My Hero Academia's manga is actually doing really great right now. So. I mean, I'll just find out in the manga. Like, there are certain times when I'm following a series, like, if a series is ongoing enough, I'll just like blip in and out, like see like what's going off. Like, it doesn't matter to me if it's like, oh, that's a spoiler. Like that happened to me with like freaking Attack on Titan for a period of time where I was just like, you know, I haven't caught up on the series in a while. What's going on? All right, whatever. Like if it's something I'm dearly like I don't want to know at all, then I just like okay. Because like I remember initially there was a period of time where I was like, I kind of just want to watch this as a thing. I just want to watch the series, like with One Punch Man. Like once the anime came out for that, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. And then like we had to wait so long, and I was like, okay, I'll keep reading the manga again. And then like the manga, like you know, is fantastic. The manga is so great. So I think it really depends on what the series is and how the anime is going with it. Because like sometimes I do check out, but sometimes I'm like, I just feel safer reading the manga, so I know what's going on. So yeah.
Okay.
Like Kaguya.
You know what's gonna happen with One Piece, right?
Oh,
like,
what?
Oda's gonna be working on One Piece literally until like his dying breath. He's gonna be like in the bed, like fucking hooked up to the monitor and everything. He's gonna be like drawing One Piece, and like his editor's gonna come in and be like, Oda, you need to finish One Piece. And he's just gonna look up at them. He's just like, I've hidden the ending to One Piece in One Piece. And then he's gonna die. All the otaku are gonna have to go across the world to try and find the ending to One Piece.
Have to find the pattern of One Piece. Oh god!
Like, and the treasure is ... And that's the end. Like that's where he drops the pen.
Well, you know what's so funny is like Oda, because I remember. I mean, it's not funny that this happened to this kid, but like there's this kid who is sadly dying of something, but he was a colossal fan of One Piece, and then like he asked Oda, could I know the ending of One Piece? And then Oda came in and was like, yeah, this is what the ending is, because he had it all planned out. And then like, I mean, I'm not trying to be morbid, but it's just like, was he like watching that kid to make sure like how that happened? Because that's just
he just didn't give him the real answer to One Piece. Like he gave him the ending to One Piece, and then as soon as he did, he's like, well, now I got to change the ending.
Shit, yeah, you know that's valid. They could do that.
Well. All right.
It's ending in 5 years. They said that 5 years ago. They said that 5 years ago.
All right. We've got a super chat from Del18 saying, what's a place, an event, or a thing you never got to experience last visit, only to find out today in your recent visit that said stuff is now gone?
That's happened a few times.
Well, sort of like it. There's something that doesn't happen anymore that I wish I would have gone to go see. And that is the Walking with Dinosaurs live show, where they actually had like the animatronics and puppets come out on like a stage and everything, of like life-size animatronic dinosaurs. So I would have loved to seen that. for Walking with Dinosaurs live.
Okay.
But they don't do that anymore. So.
Do they still have that ride where the T-Rex comes out of the waterfall?
But Universal Studios, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering that. Yeah, I wanted to go on that freaking Cars ride at Disney World, but apparently that's gone, from what I heard.
It is?
Someone told me that.
Bumper
I don't know.
cars?
I know.
No, the Cars ride, like based on Pixar movie. Yeah.
I think Ray said that, but I don't know. It might have come back, but I don't know. Like I was like, oh, that looked fun. Like Mira Berserk.
Only a few more questions on Twitter here.
Okay.
From Aussie All asking, did you guys watch Centaur World? I haven't seen it, but what are your overall thoughts? Yeah, surprisingly good. For Centaur World, we talked about that earlier in the show. And also from Aussie All, thoughts on OnlyFans no longer banning sexual explicit content on this platform. Yeah,
good.
They said that they're suspending their decision, which is
suspending.
Yeah.
We don't want to lose a lot of money, so let's keep this up for a bit. Yeah, it's so stupid. It's just like let sex workers do their thing. Like literally, it's just like all they're doing is helping people fall asleep. So yeah, there you go. That's all I'm saying. That's how I see
Jack, you're invested in this in more ways than one.
Look at.
Let's just say Jack's Verve subscription is the least of his financial.
You have no idea.
Right. So we see you have about 90 charges to a site called OnlyFans.
You joke.
And this is written off as a business expense. Can you explain why?
Well, they asked for
I'm building arm strength using these subscriptions.
Look, it's not my fault.
Fitness.
Yeah, it's collabing. That's all it is. Yeah, you just take this fucking collab. That's all you need to know. Oh god.
All right, Waddle's asking, do you think Cartoon Network is doing better now? Not just doing preschooler shows, but also doing adult anime shows as well, and having whole stick Star Wars films on the channel for the first time.
What are they doing? What is even on Cartoon Network right now? Again, I haven't watched TV in years.
I know that they're doing that like Cartoonito thing, which is like sort of like Nick Jr. but for Cartoon Network.
Okay.
TV exists?
TV?
Oh. That's weird. Feels so antiquated.
I can't wait till one day when people look back like, TV's old. Like it's like the Netflix is old. It's like, you still watch Netflix?
Yeah. We still watch Netflix. We just download the shit to our brains.
Yeah, we put this contact lens in and we live the film.
Exactly.
I am Tom Cruise in Mission.
Yeah, exactly.
Every movie's hard.
I just put the contact in. I'm on the side of a building. It's like,
we're like a karate chop in the wind.
Did you just download to your brain the brand new Marvel film? That's pretty crazy. You were Iron Man Jr.
I was Iron Man Jr. Dude, watch this web swing.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's see. Then last Twitter question from John says thoughts on I think he's talking about Warner Brothers not caring about Tom and Jerry because they didn't want Tom and Jerry to be the focus of the 2021 movie. Yeah, there was like an interview with like the producers or whatever saying like, oh yeah, we don't want Tom and Jerry to be like the main characters in their own movie. Like, what?
Why?
Because why are you making this Tom and Jerry movie?
Yeah. It's literally
Tom and Jerry movie's already not a great idea. The last one went really well, but just stop.
Yeah.
I really hate this like corporate mindset now of just like we need to milk all of our IPs, we got to franchise everything. Just like everything is just hollow and boring and gross and businessy. It's just like, oh, we have to revitalize the Tom and Jerry intellectual property by making a new product for people to consume. And irregardless of what people actually like about it, the name alone is all that matters. And it's just like, die. Please die. Die soon.
So you're not excited for Clifford the Big Red Dog, the movie?
That's an exception because I remember those books and I clapped when I saw it.
Yeah. I remember too.
All right. We got last super chat from Del18 here. Says, did you know that there is a movie called Idiocracy and is made by the same person that made King of the Hill and Office Space? Yeah, I've seen it.
My God.
Yeah, Mike Judge.
Yeah, good
I don't
movie.
need to see it. We're living in it now, so
We are literally what that film warned us what would happen.
yeah.
Mhm.
So we didn't really do a good job listening.
Right.
No.
All right, and that is the end of the show. So
Yay.
the next episode is going to be on, let's see, September 13th? Yeah, Monday the 13th. Even worse than Friday
Monday the
13th.
13th. Jason's at
Monday.
the office. It's just all gotta wait for Friday.
One of those Mondays.
All right. Thank you, Jordan, for joining us again.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
welcome.
glad to be here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us. It's good.
All right, so
I'm glad to be here.
we'll see you all next Monday. Or not next Monday, the Monday after next. So,
Yeah.
bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Watch Eight Crazy Nights.
Yes, watch it.